I don't know about you, but I have only so much capacity to do my work, to do my research, to do this channel, to do a lot of things, right? And as I am looking at news, as I'm looking at even Trump and many people tweeting, I'm reminded that there is a bigger operation going on. And so this is a positive message for those that are overwhelmed, if you think that there's nothing going on behind the scenes and all this stuff. So I'm saying this because when you look at somebody's capacity, right? Take any one person, President Trump, for example. If you look at his Truth Social account, there is no way this man tweets every 1, 2, 3 hours at all times of the day. And you expect him to be the one that is drafting all of these messages. And of course, we know that a lot of the timestamps, a lot of the messages, there's coded meaning behind it if you follow it. And if you have been decoding some of these things, especially as it relates to Q. But I'm saying this because somebody once said that 800 people are supporting and behind this operation, if you want to include Q and these things, for which there are communications. You have Dan Scavino, you have many guys. They're coordinating among the military, among Trump and all these figureheads, because what it's doing and what's happening now is that even though me, myself, or any one person, we can't fully follow all of the messages, all of the news. You need to have more than 24 hours in a day to be able to read up and keep up with these things. But because it's segmented, because there's so many different facets, if you're following Russia right now, if you're following the court hearings, if you're following the congressional stuff, whatever avenue or sector that you are looking at, it's being done so that it can wake more people up, so that it can get people to realize the vast brevity of the knowledge and the information that's out there for which you have to consume, and to each their own. However it's impacting you, whatever sector or realm it's causing you to stir in you this sort of awakening state, it's being done for a reason. So I'm saying all this because if you are like me and you're trying to keep up with all this stuff, right? I have so much time in the day. And right now I'm just, in some sense, trying to balance everything, but I can't keep up with everything. I need sleep too, right? And so for many of you out there, don't, be concerned about trying to keep up with everything, right? It's okay to not be able to know and realize what the full story is, but trust that God has all of this. His sovereign will is covering everything. He's coordinating everything, and he's using people right now. He's using a lot of people behind the scenes, the good guys, if you will, the white hats, if you will, the patriots, if you will. These people are being used right now for a large mass scale operation, the likes that we have never seen before. And I can't begin to tell you the seriousness of what this is, because God, he's going to allow the wickedness to be torn down from the high places. The people, the institutions, the Kabbalah, the deep state, whatever you want to call it, the Illuminati, these guys have had a grip on society of the world for many decades, but their time is coming to an end for a while, temporarily, until the Antichrist and all these things come. But just know that we will have a time of prosperity. We will have a time for which the gospel message, the kingdom work of God will be done for some time. And so if you're in this position right now, just know, like when I'm looking at it, just even Trump's Truth Social account, it's impossible to not think that many people are writing or helping him draft these messages. I alone can't be, when I see my capacity and how I need to post and I want to keep up with all these things, I post on many platforms. Even then, with everything going on, I feel like I'm a hard worker. I feel like I got to do, be efficient and just be effective with how I'm stewarded my time in a 24-hour day. But even then, I can't do what some of these guys seemingly look like they're doing. Trump is not sitting there 20 hours a day just tweeting and or rather retruthing and doing all these things. Somebody else, a team, some general on some radio podcast said 800 people are working behind the scenes to help with this endeavor. So when I see the gravity, the scale of what's happening, just take heart, because God, he's orchestrating it. He's doing everything behind the scenes, but he's using individuals and people, and there's a mass orchestration of stuff that we've never seen before. Chris Miller, I think, famously said before the last month of quote unquote his presidency, Trump's presidency, that thanking Mike Pence, right? That the scale of this massive military operation is the likes of which that nobody can fathom, right? And so he said in that sense of what has happened and what's going to happen, because all of this is in the Lord's hands, but also it's being done because the white hats, the good guys, they are also in control. You're seeing a big movie, you're seeing theater, you're seeing a lot of good actors playing their part. And in the end, it's being done so that the enemy can be cornered, they can be captured, and they're going to have their downfall. So just be encouraged by all of this. If you are in this position of, man, I can't keep up, I'm overwhelmed, or there's just too much going on, like how could this be happening? There's more than meets the eye. There's a lot of depth behind what's happening. So love you guys. Be encouraged. If you want to support me, christianstore.com. I have just a lot of things to do right now. I need all the help that I can get. We're trying to incorporate a lot of new software, a lot of things into this One Two Life a business venture for the gift packages. I really need all the support that I can get. You can also go to my Etsy store. I have things there. Most people are going to my actual website, chrisyunstore.com. Everything's linked down below. Help us out. Great things to come in the future. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.